Some years ago in the last assembly, we set the educational needs assessment threshold at £6,000. So that basically is a calculation that's carried out by the education department to understand what additional support any child coming into the system might need. So that can be because of special educational needs, or it can be because they have English as a second language need. And so that's calculated by the additional time and support that they would need from a teacher or an LSA in the school. So it was set at £6,000. After an assessment of the capacity in the schools, a proposal was put forward to reduce that to zero, because basically what's been looked at is that the schools are pretty much at capacity for supporting these additional needs. And if we were to take too many more children into the system, it would mean that we'd have to find additional resource and additional support that at the moment we just can't. It doesn't mean that any child that has English as a second language won't be accepted into the school. There's an assessment carried out. So if you've got a child who is able to speak English to the level that would be expected within their class, then that will be fine because there's no additional support needed. And the same with a child with SEND needs. If they're assessed to have a SEND need, but actually it's not going to require additional support, then that's absolutely fine and their accompanying permit will be granted. This was given a lot of thought, and the Director of Education spoke with the Chamber of Commerce to try and understand impacts on employers, and there may be some. But I think looking back over the last few years, it was assessed that this decision would have affected something like 7 children per year on average. So there is a potential for impact. But I think one of the things that's really important for us and that we've been stressing is that the information needs to go out from employers or potential employers really early, so that anybody who's looking to recruit internationally is very upfront and clear with people who are interested that, you know, this is what's in place at the moment. And so not to get so far down the line of applying for their permits and then to find that this comes out. So I think having that information front and centre is going to be really important too. It wasn't a decision that was taken lightly, but we feel it's what's right for the schools and the staff and the children at the moment. That will be reviewed in December, by which time we'll have had the end and the beginning of a new school year. So there will be some children coming out of the system, others coming in, and the Education Department will be able to look and see what the capacity is in the school. It may be that it'll be increased again, it may be that it'll be held, but that assessment will be made in December. I think it's probably also worth mentioning that the Educational Needs Assessment threshold for PRP applications has been held at £6,000 because those children are already in the system. They're already known to the schools, and so they're already kind of catered for, I guess, in the calculation.